Welcome to Baby Steps to Natural Living. For those of you who couldn't be here today, we just did our class. It was excellent, and I wanted to give you guys kind of a recap and give you a chance to actually see what we were teaching. When I got involved in trying to turn my own health around, I had a really interesting experience where I had torqued my back, and I was going to pick up 350 pounds of raw diet from the meat co-op. And I called Kristen Pavero, who ran the meat co-op, and I said, I'm not going to be able to get out of the car because I am, crippled. And when I got there, she saw how bad it was, and somebody else loaded the meat in my car, and I was just going to go home and let it sit there and let Jeff load it into the back apartment when he got home. Well, she said, "Can I put some oils on you?" And I was like, "I don't know. What are these mysterious oils?" And so she ended up putting Aromaseas and Ortho-Ease on my back, and then layered it with peppermint. And lo and behold, about 15-20 minutes later, I was back home, and I unloaded all of that meat into the back apartment, loaded it all up into the freezers. So I wanted to know more. And that was my introduction to Young Living, although I didn't even really realize it at the time that it was Young Living. But I had already been on a journey to my own wellness by getting off of prescription meds. Now, that's something I did. I'm not suggesting anybody else do that, but that had been working for me. And I thought, I need to know more about this. So I went into started reading, and I went to the Center for Aromatherapy Research and Education, it's abbreviated CARE, and went through their whole training, which is non-branded, and learned about the chemistry of essential oils and the supply chain and a lot about the applications of them. And I was really impressed by when I understood the biology of it all. So I began trying a few products, and for a while I wasn't on Essential Rewards, and I wish I had been, because I've now ended up doing a lot of shopping with Young Living over the years, as you'll see on my table. But I started somewhere, and I started with those 3 oils. And what happened was I shared them with a couple of other friends who had some back problems, and they went on Young Living, and Kristen said, "Have them use your member number when they sign up." And I went, okay. So I had no idea I was going to get a paycheck out of that, and I did. And I thought, oh, that's awesome. They actually pay us for sharing. And so I ended up getting on Essential Rewards, and I tried some oils. I tried a number of different products. I didn't really realize that Young Living was more than an essential oil company. And they actually have about over 600 products that are geared towards natural living. And I think that when people are wanting to improve their health and wanting to improve the situation in their homes and make it less toxic, or for their pets or for their children or for their spouses or whatever, it's hard to know where to start. And so I wanted to give you guys a few possible entry points into doing that, because what's important is I did it in baby steps. And so that's why this class is called Baby Steps to Natural Living, because there's a bunch of different entry points. You just start somewhere, take a couple steps, try some things out, see how they work, and start using a little bit of your grocery budget to transfer that over with things that you've been buying, where you've been buying toxic products. As they run out, or you decide to throw them away, whatever, then buy 2 things that are natural, that are safe to take their place. So I set up some stations here, and this is literally my dining room. And I was putting this all together this morning, and my husband said, "Well, you're dragging everything out from the bathroom, the laundry room, and the kitchen, and all these different places, and why don't you just take them around on a tour of the house?" And I said, "Well, my bed's not made, and whatever." So I brought it all out here, but this is literally our house, part of it, out on the table here, and it's set up in stations. So I want to show you what these all are.